I want to welcome our witnesses to discuss VA cybersecurity. The healthcare industry is in a constant target and frequent victim of cyber attacks. That includes the VA. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, over 519 million health records have been exposed in data breaches over the last 15 years. Last year, there were on average 2 data breaches every day exposing 500 or more medical records. And just one cyber attack on Change Healthcare exposed over 100 million American records. Some of them are veterans. Basic math tells us that many of the people in this room or watching in this hearing have had their healthcare data stolen by a cyber criminal. Unfortunately, these crimes are profitable and they are becoming more sophisticated. We have a special responsibility to protect the billions of medical, personal, and financial records that the VA and their contractors hold for millions of veterans and their family members. No organization that is connected to the internet is ever completely safe from cyber attacks. But we expect the VA to understand their vulnerabilities and maintain every possible defense. And when breaches happen, we expect the VA to detect them immediately, contain the damage, and to notify the affected individuals. Congress has consistently provided the cybersecurity resources that the VA has requested. The Office of Information and Technology budget is roughly flat this year overall, but cybersecurity is slated for a $110 million increase to $707 million. Today, we're going to review whether those resources are being used effectively. According to the VA's Office of Inspector General, improvements in cybersecurity have been painfully slow. OIG's Federal Information Security Modernization Act, FISMA, audit repeats most of the same findings year after year. VA has been aware of some of these deficiencies for years, but unable or unwilling to fix them. In the most recent FISMA report for 2023, OIG's auditor made 25 recommendations, and Mr. Del Benny disputed 10 of them. I want to understand the disagreements and make sure the vulnerabilities are being addressed and not swept under the rug. We will also review the MITRE Corporation cybersecurity assessment of key VA systems. Congress commissioned MITRE to do this assessment in the Strengthening VA Cybersecurity Act of 2022 to look deeper than the FISMA audit. MITRE uncovered a whole host of problems. So many problems, apparently, that the VA withheld the report from the committee until I personally got involved and was able to obtain access after discussions with Secretary McDonough. I absolutely understand the sensitivity of this information. That's inherent to the subject matter that we discuss on this panel. While I have no intention of discussing the specific vulnerabilities in the public forum, I want to reiterate that security is no excuse for avoiding accountability. I will leave it to Mr. Powner from MITRE to summarize his report and his findings appropriately. In short, the report found that despite some incremental improvements, VA's cybersecurity approach remains inadequate and unfocused. There are gaps in governance, processes, communication, and staffing. Cutting-edge cybersecurity tools are not configured properly, and too many aspects of the department's cyber incident responses remain manual. And the rapid, uncoordinated expansion of cloud computing has created cybersecurity gaps. Mr. Del Benny and his team have a great deal of work to do to close out MITRE's findings. Finally, I want to review VA's progress to reach a zero-trust cybersecurity posture. Zero trust means no user or system is trusted by default. Instead, everyone must be authenticated. Experts have described zero trust as a never-ending journey and a constant evolution. That may be true, but I expect it to produce tangible benefits that protect veterans' data along the way. We can't tell if we have a bad actor accessing our systems if we don't know who the good actors are that are accessing our systems. And we don't have a good accounting there. This cannot be another governmental perpetual motion machine that the contractors use to contract an unending flow of taxpayers' dollars. We need to see results and ensure accountability for everyone involved. We need to know what specific measurable goals that the VA is working on today that will make veterans' data safer tomorrow.